It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
It's time for the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Recktenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callies.
How are you?
It's been a long week.
Long week.
Absolutely a long week. And guess what?
It's
it ain't getting any shorter.
Yeah. Today's been the day I'm dreading. That long drive.
But you know, next week we're home.
I know.
We'll get a little bit of a break.
A little bit.
The only thing different about this year than last is we don't have two of those 4-hour trips back-to-back weeks.
True. That's true.
And
That'll be nice.
We traveled to Harrison last week. It was an hour and 10. This week it's 4 hours. Next week we're home. It's exciting.
There you go. Get this long trip over with, and then we're back to home.
And then we're back home for a little while.
I'm good with
that.
that.
For a week anyway.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. I'm not going to be picky.
Guess what? We can't change it, so it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
And we like it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah, no, it's fun doing it. Just
getting there.
That drive is a little bit long.
Yeah, the getting there is the fun part.
There's some other out of town ones I don't really
bad.
mind. It's not too bad, but that one I'm dreading a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little long.
We'll talk some more sports here in just a little bit. We're going to have a prayer sponsored to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. With all our respect, is not just her motto, it's how they do business. Renata Jenkins Byler and her staff all across the state of Arkansas do a wonderful job in your time of need. With 29 locations to serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. And now, morning prayer. Lord, at this time we just come to you and we pray for the people of the United Kingdom as the Queen of England has passed. This lady has done a wonderful life's work over there, and people just need to know that she is gone and her son will take over from here on through his passing. And Lord, we just pray for the people of England, give them some peace to know that they're probably in good hands and they should look to you for comfort. Lord, here on our side of the pond, we just pray that you will continue to bless us and keep us safe. And as we travel to do our thing as far as the ball games on Friday go, we just pray that you'll send travel mercies with us each way with all the school buses and the student athletes that will be traveling, the parents as well that will be making the trip. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to be with us and watch over our leaders, from the federal government to the state government to our local government. Our firefighters, our policemen, our first responders, our EMTs, the doctors and the nurses as they battle a tough job day to day. Be with our students and be with our parents. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen. Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect, not just a model, but the way they do business. If you don't know where they're located here in Mountain Home, take a trip up Highway 5 North. Look for the biggest American flag you've probably ever seen. Take a right-hand turn, and that is Roller Funeral Home of Mountain Home. With all our respect. We're going to take a quick break from Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z-Team. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
Ever feel abandoned?
I have. I have been there. You got me watching that lady's face, and that cracks me up more than anything. So, guys, if you watch the commercial again on Monday, look for her face, watch her facial expressions. She did a great job.
There's no telling what those two actors got paid to do that commercial, but it's
They
not
did a
enough.
good job.
It's
Yeah.
not enough because it's definitely a great,
She played it out real well, and I've been there
Well, you know, in
the sad part.
on the actor side, you know, watching their facial expressions as they go through that commercial, it's you have put me in those situations doing Friday Night Football. And it's like, what? Okay, now what? You will not feel abandoned if you call 870-405-0793. Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realtors here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. The office is located across from McDonald's here on Highway 62 East. But if you need to get a hold of them, give them a call. Again, their number is 870-405-0793. And I'm going to say that they're bringing us a foggy shot this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The fog is among us. What you're looking at is fog.
What we're looking at right now is fog.
But what you could be looking at throughout the day, if you'll go to www.retiredarkansas.net and go to live shots or live views, you could take a look at a still shot that looks just like this. This is the shot that we normally get in the morning. It's not always that bright, but what you're looking at is the city of Bull Shoals far to the left, the Rainbow Bridge in front of that. Behind that Rainbow Bridge is also a railroad bridge that kind of runs to the northwest from there. The state of Missouri is off on the horizon. The city of Mountain Home is far to the right. But downtown Cotter is what that shot really looks at. We call this God's country, not just the city of Cotter, but all of north central Arkansas. And the White River runs through there, the baseball park, the Railroad Museum, the city of Cotter. If you're looking for real estate in our area, which is north central Arkansas, give them a call at 870-405-0793 or check out their website. All the MLS listings are there at www.retiredarkansas.net. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I always say they're busy, but never too busy to help you with your realty needs. And now let's take a look at the weather. Temperatures around the area: Mountain Home is 61, Harrison 59, Batesville 61, Yellville 57, Marshall 57, Salem 57, Mountain View 57.
57.
Might be a 57. Calico Rock is 61, West Plains, Missouri 57, Springfield, Missouri 61, Poplar Bluff, Missouri 57. Guess what St. Louis is?
57's the winner.
57. 57 is the winner today.
Winner, chicken dinner.
And we'll zoom out, take a look at the whole U.S. of A. Some rain down on the East Coast, some going across Nebraska and South Dakota, some down around New Orleans. That's probably some repercussions of a hurricane that's brewing out there in the Gulf somewhere, or out in the ocean. We've got lots of background noise today, Scooter. We've got some crickets and we've got some crows, but we don't have raindrops.
Nope.
We like it. Let's zoom back into Arkansas. See if there's anything hiding that's small. It doesn't look like it. It looks like we're clear from Rogers to Blytheville, from Fayetteville to Jonesboro, from Fort Smith to Memphis, Conway, Hot Springs, Hot Smith, that's a new name. Hot Springs, Poplar Bluff, Pine Bluff, and Texarkana. We're all clear in the state of Arkansas. Shake my head a little bit, clear it up. Tropical Storm K. Can you see that real good, Scooter?
Well, not real good.
It's off the coast of California, but it looks like it's going to bring some rains all the way into Tucson and Phoenix, Arizona. So those folks over there can always use some water. Have a few warnings in Texas, but most of the warnings are way up in the northwest. Nothing that's going to affect us, and we're looking for a clear weekend. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Today, sunny, high near 83, low tonight 62. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, slight chance of thunderstorms with a high of 83. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low of 63. Sunday, partly sunny, slight chance of storms, high of 78 degrees on Sunday.
A low of
53.
Mm-hmm.
Monday,
down in the 50s.
Monday, high of 78, low of 55. And on Tuesday, high of 84. With a low of 57. Back to the 57s. Next Wednesday is going to be 86. Next Thursday is going to be 86. Pretty clear all week. Going to be a nice week to do whatever you need to do. Probably start getting your stuff outside, cleaned up, ready for winter, because I bet that's just around the corner. The crow agrees. Tree pollen today, none. Tomorrow, none. Sunday, none. Grass today is moderate. Tomorrow is none. Sunday is none. Ragweed, high today, high tomorrow, and very high on Sunday.
There you go. It's tearing up a lot of people right now, the ragweed.
Yeah. Lake levels. Lake Norfolk, 555.33, which is 3.33 above full pool of 552. The generation report is not accurate. It's not been updated since the 7th, so we won't mention that. Bull Shoals, lake level 659.98, which is 0.98 above full pool of 659. I do, however, suggest that you give them a call at 870-431-5311 and get an update on the river generation report for yourself in case you're planning on making a trip down the river. It's always good to know how much water's coming out. That's the weather and all the updates for you, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora at 870-405-0793. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. Realtors you can recommend to a friend. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're going to talk about some news highlights. What do you think about that?
News highlights.
Highlights. Did you know that they're proposing a tiny home community for the homeless here in Mountain Home?
Yes. It's
So
over
talk
by not far from Walmart, I thought.
No, it's going to be quite a distance from Walmart. It's
Okay,
right there off
then
it's right there off the bypass.
Okay.
Rossi Road and 16th Street, where that old mobile home park used to be.
Oh, okay. I thought they were going to do it on that lot that they had, but apparently not.
No, so they're talking about doing it's called Eden Village, a gated tiny home community located off Rossi Road. Project is proposed to provide home for chronically homeless and disabled individuals. It will be coming up in front of the Planning Commission next Monday at City Hall at 1 o'clock. The public is invited to attend. Though it's probably not a bad idea, it is being opposed by some groups. They're afraid of what's going to happen to property values in that area, I'm sure. Other things I wanted to mention this morning, there is a thing they call miles and miles of yard sales. It starts today. It'll be from Midway to Lakeview, through Bull Shoals, through Fairview and Flippin. It's just kind of a big loop, miles and miles of yard sales today and tomorrow. If you're interested in renting any tables for that, the VFW Bull Shoals is renting tables. Probably maybe too late for you to pick up a table since it actually starts today, but be worth a shot. There's no fee for holding the yard sale, and registration is not required. If you want to go check them out, go up Highway 178 at Midway, travel up through Lakeview, you'll see all kinds of signs. The last time they did this, there were signs everywhere. Signs everywhere, signs. Might be a song about that somewhere. Mountain Home Park's movie in the park is Saturday night. Tomorrow night they will be playing, oh gosh, it's probably a name I can't, Encanto. And it's sponsored by Nasari Home Mortgage, and popcorn will be provided. You got a group helping out with that in any way?
No, we will be helping out with their safety fair and different stuff like that as we get closer. We'll start announcing. But
The movie is brought to you by Nasari Home Mortgage, and door prizes will be provided by the vet clinic, Dr. Sarah Smith. We appreciate them doing that. That's always been a fun time in the past. The Marion County Election Committee will be meeting today this evening at 5 o'clock at the Yaleville Courthouse Annex at 105 South Berry Street. And that's it for kind of highlights. This community news. Tomorrow morning's your time, Scooter. You gonna be back in time to go here?
probably not.
Tomorrow morning, Knights of Columbus, Paul Bunyan breakfast, all you care to eat, scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, pancakes, sausage link, coffee and juice, all brought to your table on china with silverware. $8 for adults, $4 for children under 12. Takeout orders are available. Saturday, September the 10th try that again. Saturday, September the 10th, serving from 7:30 to 10:30 at St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church, located at 249 Dyer Street. Proceeds will support local charities. Then tomorrow afternoon, if I can get my fingers to work, the 2022 Republican Rally is September the 10th, Baxter County Fairgrounds, 7 p.m. to... Dadgum. My tongue gets in front of my eye teeth. Can't see what I'm trying to say. From 3 to 7 p.m., come meet your state, county, and district Republican candidates. Food and drink are available. And we want to remind you of the event that's happening October the 1st at 11 p.m. at Arkansas State University Mountain Home. It is the Veterans Appreciation and Outreach Picnic. All veterans, active military, and their families are invited to celebrate with free food, beverages, camaraderie, lots of door prizes. It will open up with the singing of the Star Spangled Banner by Leanne Jackson. And then the Katie Laney Project will perform from 11 to 1 after that. There we go. That's it for Friday. We'll be back with This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Hi, it's Bob Zdora of the Z Team. We know a little bit about teamwork. That's what allowed us to become the #1 team for Century 21 in the state of Arkansas. We ask you to consider us for your real estate needs. We also ask you to join us in celebrating the Bomber Nation. The athletes, the cheerleaders, the band members, they work hard every week for you. So join us in celebrating for them.
Woo, woo, woo. Go Bombers!
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora, the Z Team of Century 21 Realty, LeMac Realty here in Mountain Home.
Yes, sir.
870-405-0793. How are you, sir?
I'm great.
Been a good week?
It's been, yeah, we've been keeping busy. It's slowing down some and not as frantic as it's been, which is kind of good. You know, it's nice to be able to catch your breath.
Where were you on the rainstorm of last Friday?
We were home. We didn't get it like you guys did here. It's real spotty. That was like, yesterday it rained like Hades up in Lakeview. We were up there at a house talking to some people and didn't get a drop here. So, I mean,
It's funny because
we got rain. It was
we
good.
left out of here. We met at the pharmacy in Gassville at 4 o'clock, and we left there. Everything was good. We crossed the bridge of the White River, got up on top of the hill, went by Schroeder's Tire, and like somebody opened a water valve.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Oh, yeah.
And it rained so hard, we never got above 40 miles an hour from there to Bellefonte.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was texting Scooter, and I said, "Oh, it looks like it's clearing up." And then it started again, but it wasn't as bad as you guys had it there.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. Crazy.
The whole circumstance was crazy there.
Yeah, and then coming back was just foggy as I'll ever get out leaving, coming back Friday night. But,
we were coming back from Harrison. For those
Yeah.
that don't know, we went over to do the ball game.
But it was amazing because the roads were clear at that point. I mean, hadn't rained in a little while. But you could see the closer you got to the bypass and south of the bypass, all the debris that you didn't see in the road before. So I would say, south of the bypass got hit a lot harder.
Yeah, when I
than a lot
turned
of the
down
others.
off of 201 onto Old Military going home last Friday night, it was about midnight. It was like a war zone.
Yeah.
There are tree branches
Yeah.
down,
Yeah, see,
and
we didn't.
big rocks laying across the road. It was absolutely nuts. A lot of rain.
The river was moving Saturday morning, and you could see the color. You get the different colors coming down from all the debris and the mud and stuff washing in.
Hey, I think things worked out great last week when we checked the numbers first. We'll go from there.
We
Let's
can do that.
again.
Sure. This week in real estate, there were 34 new listings came on the market, 3 commercial properties, 7 parcels of land, 24 homes came on the market, ranging from $79,000 to $1.2 million. 5 of those had taken backups. Average sale price coming on this week is $345,000. There were 32 sales, 13 parcels of land, 20 homes sold. They ranged in price from $37,000 to $399,000. The average sale price this week was $173,000 with 60 days on market, still crunched up time. A total of $3.4 million in residential real estate closed this past week. 9 properties expired, 30 had price changes. Currently, there's 234 homes on the MLS. Year to date, for this year, there's been 819 homes have sold for $178 million. Average sale price this year is $217 with 82 days on market. For 2021, there's 880 homes that sold for $171 million. Average sale price last year was $195. And what I did, I pulled up last year's just to see the same date. This is from the 10th of September of 21. And the year to date had been 874, 170 million, but looking at 2020, there had been 796 homes that sold at an average sale price of 162. So you can see how the prices have kicked up.
50,000 plus.
Yeah. Now that's, like I say, some of that has to do, excuse me, with the bigger houses selling, and that's helps to push that up, and that's a good thing because a lot of
And
those
that number, the 162 versus the 178.
Yeah.
That's a 2-year time span.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when people get their reappraisal for their real estate tax,
That's right, and that's right when they was getting reassessed. I mean, so there's just no way that they could be less than they were
right,
the last time I got
or
done.
or even stay the same.
Oh, right.
You know, so there should be no gripe going on. Your property value is
Your
going
value,
up.
your value has gone.
Your number one investment in your lifetime, unless you're a big stock market player or stocks and bonds, but your biggest investment's going to be your home.
Sure.
And to see an increase on the average of hello?
Yeah.
$50,000, roughly $50,000 difference.
Yeah.
You got to pay the piper. You got to be expecting something to go on.
Sure. And then that's just the market. That's the way it's been. I think we're going to slow down. And the good thing is that Baxter's on a 3-year cycle. So now they've gone up, and if the market cools off, it gets back to more normal, whatever normal is anymore, but more normal market over the next 3 years, they'll bring that as the prices come down.
Right. It'll fluctuate.
That'll fluctuate too. And you got to remember, these aren't appraisals. it's a mass appraisal. It's not an individual house appraisal.
It's an assessment.
And right, exactly. And when they do that, it's for taxes. It's to raise funds for the counties, for the state, for the cities, and because everybody gets a little piece of that pie. When Jake talks about the millage increase, that's what that's based on. It comes from that, and that's the only time, to be upfront with these things. That's the only time that your taxes, if you're frozen, if you're at 65 and you're frozen, doesn't matter how much your value goes up. You may look at your tax bill and say, "Oh my God, my house isn't worth that much." Doesn't matter. Your tax dollars stay the same. The millage goes through. There'll be a rise on that, and that's why they say that it's $45 per 100,000. I think is what the number was that they were looking at. But that's the only time it goes up. But it's in the grand scheme of things. I mean, we're pretty blessed to be here, and for the services that we have here, and for things that they do here with their services. When you see the road crew out and they're working on something, and it's 4 guys in 2 pickup trucks, and they got 2 cones out there. Whereas if you were up in Illinois, there'd be 3 miles of barrels, and Uncle Guido's got the contract on the barrels, and they're getting $1 a day rental for the one that's every 6 feet apart. That's the difference. I mean, we do very, very well here. When you see the work that gets done, when the city, the county, the state puts these projects through, they're frugal when they do it. I mean, they do a good job, but they don't waste a lot of money.
Tuesday night, Sheriff Montgomery got the approval to hire 2 new deputies. It's been 2 years ago he had got the approval to hire a additional deputy, and that 2 years ago was the first time in 25 years they'd added a deputy to their force.
To the staff. Wow.
And that's your tax dollars. That's your real estate taxes. That's what pays that. The sales tax, the real estate tax, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
Each week you talk about, and you run through the numbers, there's 24 new listings, 20 houses sold, blah, blah, blah. But you always say X number are taking backups. Today, I think you said 5 are already taking backups.
Right.
Explain to the viewing public what is a backup and how does that play into the scheme of things?
What a backup offer is somebody, a house will come on the market, and someone will come and they'll put an offer on it, it gets accepted. Well, while they're waiting, they used to be active contingent is what it used to be, and while they were waiting for the financing to get done, the inspections to get done, those types of things, the home sale was contingent upon those things happening. Well, now they changed it to taking backups, and what we do, if there's a home that has a contract on it already that is accepting backups, not all of them accept backups, some of them go right to pending, meaning that I don't want anybody else coming into the house, I'm good with this offer, and it's obviously the sellers. We explained in different scenarios. I don't want anybody else coming through here. I just want to be able to get packed up. I want to go. I know this guy's good for it. He's got his pre-approval letter. We've talked to the bank. We're going to close on this date. Others come through, and you may not be as sure. There may be something that they didn't bring. They didn't bring the pre-approval letter. You don't have anything from the bank. It's a VA loan, and you don't know how the inspection's going to go, and they may want more concessions than the seller's willing to give up. And there's a number of scenarios where that may be. So what we'll do is we'll write a backup offer for that, and it goes through the whole regular system of things. The seller can't, because sometimes the backup offers will be higher than the original offer. We've had that happen too, which is a whole nother deal. And the seller, there's a box on the contract that you accept the original offer that you took when you signed that contract. You're locked into that until the contract is no more. You can't just say, oh no, Bob offered me more, so I want this offer. I changed my mind on this one. You're out and he's in. Can't do that. These are legally binding contracts written. So when we do that, you write that backup offer and you wait and see what's going to happen. It can be a difficult time because people will keep looking for homes, hopefully, and then I'd say, well, yeah, we're just going to wait for this one to blow up. Yeah, that doesn't happen that often. That it's a good strategy. People, we kind of hesitate to show taking backups because it is under contract, and I'll always call the agent. Somebody says, I want to see this house. I'll call the agent and say, how good is this? Oh, it's great. We're just waiting for this or that. Or, the guy's, it turns out that his credit may not be as good as he said it was. We're not as sure as we were when we accepted the offer. Okay, fine. Then go show it, write a backup on it, because you get your chances of it blowing up are greater. But if you're just waiting, they're waiting for some paperwork to get done, that deal's going to go through. And inevitably, when you bring a client into that house, oh, this is it. This is the house of our dreams. But you can't have it. And then they're mad. And then they compare every other house that we look at
we'll just wait
to the
on that
one that got away.
Yeah.
And it's all psychological things. That's what it is. The fear of loss and just not being able to get what you want.
But nonetheless, it's still under contract.
Oh, it's under contract. Oh, yeah.
It's that's what the people that are looking need to understand. This house is under contract.
Yeah.
Something that might help blow it up would be Billy and Sally go in, they look at the house, they write the contract, they have their pre-approval letter from 45 days ago, but in day 27, they went out and bought a $50,000 car.
Right. Buy new furniture. We've had that too.
Now
They went and bought furniture.
Yeah,
It's like,
and now all of a sudden, their debt-to-income ratio
It's
is
changed.
jacked up,
Yes,
and
sir.
they don't qualify for that home anymore.
Right.
And at the time they put the offer in on the home, it was a good standing offer. And
oh, yeah. Everybody's acting in good faith.
Everything looked great,
Yeah.
but when it come time to get the adjustment on their pre-approval or the end of the game approval of it, well, Billy, where did this extra $50,000 debt come from? Well, we bought a new Jeep. Shouldn't have bought the new Jeep till after the house was done.
Yeah, that's right. Don't buy the furniture till after, because we've had that happen. We had that happen with some furniture. It's like we told, because we tell them, don't buy nothing. Don't buy anything. Because they check your credit like 3 days before closing, they check it again. Bing.
Because debt-to-income ratio is a big thing.
It's everything, right? Especially right now because they're so close. Because the cost of the houses are a lot more. And the interest rate, it makes a big difference. And you can hit 25, 30% of your income pretty quick. It doesn't take a lot. And
when you're showing homes in our area, and of course we live in a unique area where people are coming from somewhere else, and they've sold a home for X and their house here is only going to be Y.
Right.
So therefore they have good chance they have a lot more that they could put down. They may not want to, but they could.
Sure.
So rule of thumb, and you're not in the finance business, you're in the realty business. Rule of thumb, is it 20, 25, 30 is where you want to keep your house payment? % of income?
Well, the bank won't let you get above 30. They're going to make you come up with more money. If you can, 15, because the problem, you get retirees or people on, flexible, like me, I'm on a flexible income. It comes and goes. It's, you can go by what I've made in the past. Does that mean you're going to make it next year?
No.
No, you hope so, but you don't know. 20% is probably a good safe number. So you can still, because you still want to be able to live your life. You still want to be able to go to dinner. You want to be able to go and not just go to a Chinese buffet. You want to be able to go and
have a steak.
Have a steak on occasion. So you don't want to get house poor. And that's something that the kids, especially the first-time home buyers, they have a tendency to want to buy more house than they don't want to fix things up. We've talked about this before.
More than what they need.
You
build
some equity, build your equity in it, take your time, get stuff done a step at a time, and make that house your home. That's what you want to do.
How do they get a hold of you?
Call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. We've got all the MLSs on there. All kinds of contact us, little tags on there. Just click on any of them, send her an email. That's the best thing you can do.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. Each and every Friday morning, we present This Week in Real Estate. Give them a call at 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Coming up next, Friday Morning Sports. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Go Bombers.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Friday football. With me this morning is Coach Steve Airy, Coach Greg Crow. Getting some talk back here. There we go. We're good. You got me covered?
I got
That's good. It's time for some Bomber football. Let's start off with some junior high. Last night, junior high went over to Marion, the 8th and 9th grade, and played, is it, they still the Patriots over there?
Yes.
Marion Patriots?
Yes.
How'd that turn out for you?
8th grade got the first win of the year. I think they won 20, either, I think it was 24-6 was the final. It's the first time, honestly, I think they played with very inspired effort. And it's funny how it turns out, you know, that way defense was really good. And, I mean, offensive line played much better last night. And, you know, I told them all week, when we fix our effort, we'll fix the end result. And, you know, and they did a really good job. I was really proud to see that, for sure. So I was really proud to see them play as well as they did defensively. No.
There you go.
Can you hear me there?
That'll work. Yeah.
So I mean, that was good for them to get it to win. Because I mean, like I said, we got a few of their guys on 9th grade teams, so they're having to learn how to win without some of their better players, and that makes us better down the road. You know, so really excited for those guys. They get to watch film this morning and eat donuts and drink Mountain Dews, so they're gonna be good. You know, so we feed them when they win, so they'll be excited about that.
Your 9th grade?
We won 26-0. Our defense, just phenomenal. I mean, we put them in a bad situation all night, and Kyle Stevens doing a really good job for us as defensive coordinator. I mean, he's young, but he's learning, and he does a really good job of removing your best player and still getting after the quarterback a little bit. And which we'll obviously play those guys down the road again, so we'll have to adjust a little bit to what we're doing. But our defense was just flying around. You know, we're playing 3 nose guards in a 2-play rotation, and they all want to play more, but they're all fresh as can be. We got Savea and Martin in there, and Nizio, and they all do a little something different, and it's just causing havoc. And then, you know, I mean, Blake Vacco is just, man, he's quick. You had him all. He's so stinking quick. And Bernie Fox is in there. And we got great snaps last night out of Jason Estes and Cole Crown over, too. So we realistically played 7 guys down there last night that did a really good job. So really proud of our defense. You know, offensively last night, we couldn't get out of our own way. I think we had 19 penalties. I don't know what it was. It was a national record. I mean, it's just, and they're all just stupid stuff. But I mean, every time we ran sweep to their sideline, we got holding. It didn't matter. We could have had nobody out there, and we would have still been flagged. And but at the end of the day, they did it. Their coaches did a really good job slowing us down a little bit. And I don't know if that's something schematically I need to adjust, or if it's a personnel issue, or if it's something that they gave us that we kids weren't ready for. But we'll get it figured out. And I'm just glad we play at home next week. I'm just we looked tired last night in pregame in the locker room, and I mean, that's what, 4 straight road trips, and the last 3 are over 3.5 hours. So I mean, it's, you know, it weighs on you. And we only had 2 buses yesterday because we had so many athletic teams out and a little short on drivers, so we had everybody jammed into 2 buses. I think we took 84 kids on 2 buses, something like that. So it was tight. You know, you can make excuses till the cows come home, but bottom line, we didn't play well offensively. We played great defensively.
Who's your 8th grade quarterback, Coach?
It's Gage Wilson.
Who's your 9th grade quarterback?
We play in Brantley Phillips and Barrett Miller there. And we could probably, I mean, Gage is not far off from being ready to do some stuff in 9th grade. I just hadn't got to the point where I'm going to throw him in there yet, and but he's getting close.
Coach Harry, the 7th grade hosted West Plains last night for pretty much a 6-quarter game. What's your outtake on that?
You know, watched it. Looked like a first game for both teams is what it looked like. You know, they hadn't seen anybody, and both teams had trouble blocking up front. You know, the run blocking wasn't very good. And there was a lot of big defensive plays, negative plays. You know, and that pretty much sums it up.
We've got a lot of good numbers out for the 7th grade. Looks like, and there's some size down there.
Yeah, there's some size. You couldn't really tell much about the speed. I'm curious to see what the athleticism looks like. I think they'll get better.
On Monday night, Labor Day, you took the JV team to Mountain Grove and played up there. How'd that work out?
Worked out really good. I was telling you earlier, you know, a lot of our JV guys played all summer in team camps and stuff. We had so many guys. We were beat up and holding kids out all summer. They got the bulk of the reps. They really got a lot better, and it showed. He showed the other night at Mountain Grove. Our kids, they performed really well. I was really proud of them.
Coach Crow, with your 8th and 9th grade squad, will they always play same night?
I think the remainder of the year they do, with the exception of Jonesboro week. On Jonesboro, we play 8th grade on Tuesday that week because that's kind of how Jonesboro wants to do it. So there'll be one. So if we go to Jonesboro, then their 8th grade team's going to come here on Tuesday. But other than that, they're going to play the exact same teams the rest of the way. So they'll play the 3 times we have 4 home games in the last 7. So the 3 times we don't play Jonesboro, they will play in front of the 9th grade, which will be good.
What's next for your 8th and 9th grade?
We got West Memphis West at home next week.
It's a Tuesday night game?
No, it's a Thursday night game.
Thursday night game.
And then we're about 2 weeks away from running into the 2 Jonesboro teams. So about 2 or 3 weeks away, somewhere around there.
So was last night, was that a conference?
It was a conference opponent. They don't count it in the standings. So it's basically just a non-conference game. So when we'll play them when it matters. And listen, let's be realistic. That game, if we turned the football over the other night, it could have gone the other way real quick. And I mean, and tip your hat to the coaches over at Marion. They did a good job. We've kind of gotten on them a couple of years in a row pretty good. And I mean, they were much more prepared last night than what. But I mean, we'll be better when we play them next time.
And you've set a new personal record. You're the only coach in history that ever been flagged for victory formation.
We got a penalty for an illegal formation in victory last night. We did. I mean, that actually happened in the game. I mean, it's just, I have no words for it. I gave him a few words across the field, but Probably shouldn't say that on TV. You know, I was not. I was so frustrated. It's just.
Did he call you on his way home, Coach?
No,
Airy?
he did not. And we are not going to meet after for drinks or whatever. But
no, I was asking Coach Airy if you called him on your way home.
I got a text, and by the demeanor of the text, I thought, I'm not opening this can tonight.
No, not happening.
This could be a 45-minute rant.
You know, it's just, I don't know. It's frustrating on offense when you can't get any rhythm going, and you have positive, and you're trying to get on script, and then you're going back 10 yards, or I mean, it's very frustrating, when you're behind the chains the entire time, and it's just all self-inflicted stuff. It's not, and then all of a sudden you do have a bad play, and then now you're looking at 2nd and 16, or something like that, and it's just difficult. I mean, for example, last night we had a 3rd and 1, and we get 3 straight penalties, 3 straight false starts. I mean, coming out of the huddle because somebody's not getting set. Like that's coaching. I mean, that's my fault, and I mean, we're gonna fix it. I can tell you that. But we started doing that late in the week. Like we started leaning in stuff, and I'm just chirping at them, and we went and did it in the game. So at the end of the day, it falls on me,
Time for a break. You're watching Friday Morning Football. We'll be back in just a moment.
Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas. It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever?
It's Football Friday here on the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Steve Airy, Coach Greg Crow are with me this morning. Coach Airy, let's talk varsity football. Last week we took the trip over to Harrison, and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it.
Not at all. Not at all. Big time disappointment.
Could not seem to get anything to marry up on the offense. Coach Crow talked a moment ago about drive killers. It seemed like we had the same problem over in Harrison on Friday night.
Had a lot of had a lot of miscues as far as missing receivers and not moving the sticks. Had a lot of penalties that we played in the hole most of the night, and it just changes everything.
But it seemed like on the long runs, we had a couple good looking runs for first downs, and they'd be called back for holding.
Yes. Yeah.
What gives with that? What can be done about that?
I don't know. I didn't go back and watch the tape. I'm sure Darren has, as far as seeing what penalties and fixing. Monday's more of a correction day for him. I didn't approach it that way. I just moved on this week. I thought, you know what? I'm mad. I'm not getting more mad. I'm going to go on to the next opponent.
You know, and that's probably a good way to do it, Coach, because guess what? Right now your record is 0-0. Conference play starts tonight, so it all starts over 0-0.
Well, you know, we got a quality opponent, and I needed that extra day to get ready for them, and they're different. We have to be ready, or you'll get exposed big time. They'll run off and leave you. The scoreboard will just blow up, you know. So that's what I focus my energy on. They got to fix the holding penalties. They got to fix some of the stuff on that end, and they lined up in virtually 3-back last week. You know, running back, 2 sniffer backs, and just pounded us right in the face. And anyway, they did what they wanted to do, and we're not going to get that this week, I don't think. So I'm not going to go back. I'll go back next year and fix it when it's time to fix it.
There you go. But tonight's tonight.
Tonight's tonight. Let's get on the next opponent. Let's see if we can't become a better football team this week.
On your offense, Coach Ackland making some changes this week?
Not much. A little bit. Not much.
How about on defense? We make any changes there?
We're going to throw another DB in the game.
Okay.
Tristan Hayes is hurt, so we got to replace him again. So, yeah. So not much different on defense other than personnel. You got to throw in a hurt corner, then we're going to throw in an extra DB. So that's how we're going to attack tonight. They throw in the ball about 76% of the time, and they throw it well.
Of course, the big buzz around is their freshman quarterback that they played up last week. Will he start? Do you anticipate him?
He entered the game because of injury to number 1 Q, and I would say a lot of that depends on if number 1 Q is back or if he's out. I don't know if it's concussion protocol or if he's going to be cleared to play, or I don't know.
Injuries. You say that Tristan Hayes is out. What about any other players? Are you going to be missing any starters due to injury?
No, he's the only one.
Coach Crow, how have injuries affected you this year with your teams?
We're relatively injury free. We've had Gus Wilbur's an 8th grader, plays the 9th grade team. He's been dinged up a little bit, kind of deal with a back issue, and then Monday night he broke his pinky, and we were doing onside kicking against air, and he kind of got on the ball, and he went to the ground and literally broke his pinky. So he's going to be out broke it right there on the growth plate. He's going to be out for about 2 weeks, I guess. They said we have him back 2 weeks. But he had a really good game last week against Texarkana. So, he's been behind a little bit, but I told him the other day I made him go through all team drills one-handed. And I said, so you know all your routes, and we throw you the football, you just use one hand.
There you go.
So he was kind of doing that. But other than that, we've been relatively injury-free, which is really good.
Coach Harry, Coach Crow's teams have been well-versed in the travel. This will be your first trip of the year. First long trip of the year. Harrison's wasn't much of a trip comparatively to what we normally do. How do you think this team will travel?
I don't know. We talked about it. Right now we haven't traveled much, and we haven't come out swinging yet. We've gotten a hole every game, and we got to come out swinging. I mean, we can't do what we've been doing.
Can't sit back and wait to see what they're going to bring you. You've got to bring it to them first.
No, you got to get in attack mode when you get off the bus, and we're not that personality yet, and we got to figure it out. And I don't know. I think it comes down to coach. I don't know. I think your seniors sometimes got to get amped up and get ready to get off the bus.
Take control.
But we were struggling in that area too. So good boys. But they got to bring their A game, especially tonight.
What time do you guys leave?
We're going to leave around 11:30, I believe.
Stop somewhere along the way?
Yeah. We're stopping at some little school on the way. I let them guys do the itinerary. I don't touch it. I try to delegate. You know how it is. You delegate as much as you can.
I get it.
or your plate's so overfull you can't even think about game planning. So I have seven coaches at high school, and they all got jobs, and that's somebody's job, and I do whatever they tell me. I get on the bus, and I eat when they tell me to eat, and stop when it's time to go to the bathroom. So
last week over at Harrison, you brought in Cade Yates as quarterback in the fourth quarter. He seemed to run that hurry-up offense pretty well. Will we see some of that tonight?
You probably might see some of that tonight. We got two quarterbacks, and both of them are capable. It's whatever flow Darren wants to go with, whatever flavor. But, yeah, they're both ready to go.
I mean, the thing about Cade is he also had 18 tackles on defense, didn't he?
He's a monster.
And he's a junior?
Yes.
That's good for the future.
And Barney's one of the best athletes on the field. And as quarterback, you either put the ball in the quarterback's hands and let him deal it or run it. We haven't got much out of his legs, and we haven't got much out of his arm, but it doesn't matter. We can put him at tailback right beside Cade, or we can put him out of receiver and let him throw him the ball. But
he's going to play whatever position.
8 is an athlete. Yeah, 8 is an athlete, and the guy's got to touch the ball. Bottom line.
Yeah, absolutely. On your defense, we seem to always hurt a little bit in the defensive back area. You've got Tristan Hayes going to be out tonight. I'm sure you guys have made some adjustments there.
Tony Fox will come in tonight and play the corner spot. You hate cutting your teeth on Greenwood, but sometimes you got to cut them.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. They're going to throw the ball out there. He's going to have receivers getting all over him, blocking him, and he's going to have to cover high-level receivers, and they're going to see him out there. They're going to attack him a little bit, and we're going to see how he handles it. He's athletic enough to do what he wants to do.
Sure.
It's going to be a different speed and a different level than what he's used to.
What does the size lineup look like for us this week? Last week against Harrison, I think we gave up 50, 60 pounds per guy.
It's going to be like that again up front tonight. But then you get out in space, and they just look like athletes. They're 100, 175-pound kids, 180, 185. And, boy, they play hard. And they play flawless. They don't drop many balls. They run good routes. They catch the ball. They got a real good scheme with real good connection.
The thing that just stands out about Greenwood over the years is how they block on the perimeter with their receivers.
Yeah, they work their
They got
butts
the
off.
best wide receiver blocking I've ever seen. I mean, they do it now.
Your DBs have to fight to get off the blocks, and it's tough. It's a tough job.
Even with the size differential that we suffered last week against Harrison, your defensive line, Dover, and your linebacker, Rula, they were able to do some good. Probably not, from your aspect, probably not as good as you wanted them to, but they still had to double team Dover to make sure that he didn't get in the backfield every play.
He's going to be a guy grabs a lot of attention. They're going to put one, if not two, on him. They're going to run away from him instead of run at him. Mm-hmm. So they can. That's the problem with having him on playing on one side of the ball. He probably needs to be right in the middle of the ball, someplace where he can go both ways. And then they just saw our 270-pound linebackers sitting there, and I don't even think either one of them's weighing 170 right now. But they said, "Here we come," and so you saw Elijah Lag a lot more in the game,
right.
and you saw Sam Morton a lot more in the game. We were just trying to get bigger to withstand some of the punch, and that's got to be a focus that I got to. Our kids don't focus on eating and nutrition and weight gain like they need to, and that's so important. Your 160-pound linebacker needs to weigh 175, 180 pounds,
and still be able to move.
Your 185-pound lineman needs to weigh 210 pounds. But we've got to do better. I have to do better. You can preach, but preach isn't enough. You have to take action and
get it done.
Ain't got nobody to blame but me.
Coach, we appreciate y'all's time each and every Friday morning. We look forward to seeing y'all tonight at Greenwood. Best of luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Monday morning.